What is going on, everybody? Thammagotcha here, and before we get started, I want to thank every single one of you for hitting that subscribe button because we hit 700. Woo! Let's go! So in today's battles, we are going to be doing a deep dive into Prodigy Rain's battles. He sent us this and asked us to give him some tips and tricks to help him with his Go Battle League experience. So let's hop in here and let's get into these battles. Using Unovan Stunfisk, Alolan Sandslash, and Obstagoon. So pretty decent lead. You do have Thundershock and Discharge, which makes this matchup here against Drifbloom a lot easier. Gonna be going for that Discharge, getting the shield. The issue is they get to the Icy Wind and they debuff you, and Icy Wind is super effective, so 2 Icy Winds is going to be enough here. Throwing right before they get to the move, so it's 3 Hex to the I think it's 3 and then 5 to the Shadow Ball. So it's 4 4 3 and then 5 to the Shadow Ball. So there's another Icy Wind, getting that attack debuff, and I'm pretty sure this is going to be knocking out. Even with that double debuff, this is doing super effective damage. So left, oh, they do expend that final shield. And do you want to expend this final shield? I wouldn't. I would come in and load up on energy with Alolan Sandslash. Oh, but they come in with the Obstagoon. Okay, this is fine too. Gonna be getting Icy Wind here. The reason why I said Alolan Sandslash is because you're gonna be resisting that Icy Wind, which they're probably gonna be getting off because you're gonna be able to farm all the way down before they actually reach a Shadow Ball. And in comes a Togekiss, and as soon as you see that Togekiss, I would have just swapped out right away. And in comes a Dragalge, and you see, if you would have came in with a Alolan Sandslash and had all this loaded energy, I mean, the game was over anyways, but it just would have made this matchup a lot easier because you wouldn't have had to build up so much more energy. Back in comes the Togekiss, and these charms are double resisted. Just kind of have to watch out for the flamethrower, but shielding the HM power, good shield. There's no point in not shielding there, and gonna be taking this game pretty cleanly. These battles are done in the Great League remix, so they were done, I think, last week. So GG's there. Good job for both trainers. Very right call. Just got RPS here, so hopping into the next match. Okay, Steelix. I mean, this team does not do bad against Steelix all around, and Unovan Stunfisk does have a better matchup if it had Mudshot instead of Thundershock, but this isn't bad either. Gonna be throwing on correct move timing. So gonna be throwing the next Mud Bomb. That gets the shield. No reason to shield this. Unovan Stunfisk is pretty tanky, and in case they do get the crunch debuff, that way you can shield the next one. In comes a Whiscash, and you have to be swapping out immediately. Because you have another answer in the back here, you have to be swapping out immediately because you want to save some health on that Unovan Stunfisk, and you do not want to give Whiscash that energy advantage. So gonna be coming in with the Obstagoon, not getting the boost here, which is, I mean, it's okay. You can take 2 Mud Bombs, no problem, but the third one is gonna be a little bit troublesome here, and they're just gonna reach it right before you reach that third one. Going Cross Chop, which is interesting. You want to be going Night Slash because it has stab, and you only want to be throwing Cross Chop when it does super effective damage. Because you're that dark normal typing, Night Slash gives you stab, and plus you get that chance to get the boost. So now you're going to be forced to expend a shield here. Oh, you don't. So you don't keep alignment, but you get both shields, which is fine. And now this Whiscash can force shield itself, but you're going to be throwing energy right away. Let's see what's in the back here. You have loaded energy on the Stunfisk. In comes a Pidgeot, and you come in instantly with the Stunfisk. I like this play because you have more health on the Sandslash, and you don't really want to be expending too many shields. Kind of bad charge move throw on this one. Allowing them to sneak a full Dragon Tail through. Able to get to the final Mud Bomb, and that is absolutely amazing. Wasting all that energy on the Steelix there. So now this game is pretty well over. They can Feather Dance you, Brave Bird. It is going to be resisted due to that steel typing. They do end up going for the Feather Dance, but that's not going to be the issue here, because you're just going to Ice Punch them and saying left, right, good night, Pidgeot. So good games here. Just little bit of tweaking here and there, and you would have had that match very, very clean. Gonna have to swap out immediately here, even though you are doing super effective damage with the Thunder Shocks. These discharges are not gonna. The first one is not gonna be as threatening. I mean, you might get a shield. Now, yeah. So, and you can't farm down with Thunder Shock. You're gonna have to shield the Hydro Pump or Hydro Cannon, sorry, because that would take you right out. Gonna be getting to this next discharge, and from here, maybe you just swap it. Oh my gosh, they no shield that. In comes a Superior, and I would have just swapped out into Obstagoon here. That seems to be your safe swap. Because you're double weak to counter in the back. So you want to leave some health here for Stunfisk to be able to take care of that counter user. Or get it low enough where you can actually take care of it with Alolan Sandslash. But in comes Alolan Sandslash. You are doing super effective damage with the Powder Snows. These Frenzy Plants are not threatening, but they're going to add up. Just because this thing has loaded energy. In comes a Ninetales, and you almost get farmed down. And this is looking very troublesome. Ninetales up 2 shields. Should be able to take this matchup, no problem. And if you would have came in with Obstagoon here and kept your Stunfisk alive, maybe that matchup with they would have swapped out into Ninetales here against the Obstagoon, so you could draw out that Ninetales, have that Stunfisk on the Ninetales, and then finish off the game with Alolan Sandslash. So that might have been the play to change this game up, but you get the boost! Can you make it to the next Night Slash? Yes, you can. That is absolutely amazing. Taking out the Ninetales, doing one more counter before going down, and you have the Ice Punch locked and loaded. This should be saying left, right, good night, Superior. That's going to be a good game. Well played. I'm going to be hopping into the next matchup here. I think we have 5 battles here. So Stunfisk into Noctowl. This is a great lead. You're going to be resisting the wing attacks and the sky attacks. Shadow Ball is not threatening because, you know, the Stunfisk does have some bulk to it. And now you can't swap out here because the Obstagoon is going to do super effective damage to both your Alolan Sandslash and your Obstagoon. I guess you could get this thing low enough where you could come in and snipe it with a counter. But I don't think there's much use here. You just have to fight for switch and get your Alolan Sandslash onto that Noctowl here. I mean, even if you have to shield this Cross Chop, which I would do, I would shield this Cross Chop or Night Slash coming in. Because you want to keep a little bit of health here, because now they can just shield this and farm you down. Oh, which they don't do. Okay. In comes a Diggersby. And you see, you would have had that Alolan Sandslash could have swept in the back, even without the Obstagoon. Alolan Sandslash would have did put in a lot of work. So in comes a Noctowl, and this Noctowl is loaded on energy. You can take a Shadow Ball. Gonna no shield the first one. I would have almost shielded the first one because most likely with all this energy, they have no reason to bait here. So I probably would have shielded that first one because the next one you're probably gonna get baited. So now you're forced to shield this. Honestly, I would just save shields for Obstagoon at this point. You can almost counter down here and see that they do bait you there. But now you get the farm down, which is absolutely amazing. Get to one more Ice Punch. Good call here going for the Ice Punch. You don't want to go for the Bulldoze. Bulldoze is an absolute trash move. And they're going to be able to farm you down, but you have 2 shields up, so you can just counter your way all the way down. Going to be shielding the first move. This is probably going to be the bait. It sure is, but that doesn't necessarily matter considering you have 2 shields up. They might make it to an Earthquake, but even if they do, it's not going to be enough to KO you, and the opponent leaves the match. So GG's, well played to my opponent here, or his opponent, sorry. Drinking that Timmy's coffee. So Canada, so much snow right now. It's absolutely insane. Okay, good lead. You're going to be resisting pretty well all the moves here because of your mud typing. I would just go for Mud Bomb here. It's more energy efficient, and I think it does super effective damage. No, it does. They're both neutral damage, but Ariados is not the tankiest, so. And you're gonna be able to outpace, so you're gonna be able to force shields. If you are able to throw first to 4 shields, then do so. You don't have to worry about shielding this. Cross poison, lunge, it's all going to be resisted. Lunge is not resisted. Sorry, lunge is neutral. Cross poison will be resisted. Lunge will debuff you, but Mr.Thammagotcha is pretty tanky. You can't really swap out of this matchup because Obstagoon would take super effective damage from lunge here. And they would just swap out if you brought in the Sand Slash. You're kind of in a pickle here, because if there is a counter user in the back, then my gosh, you're gonna lose. So I'm gonna be able to get a nice little farm down here. Let's see what they want to bring in. They bring in a Thunder Shock Raichu, and this thing has Brick Break, so you really have to be careful about that. And there it is. Oh my gosh, even though it's a terrible move, it does do a lot of damage because it's double super effective to Obstagoon. You're going to be getting the shield with the Night Slash. I would have thrown one counter there and then thrown the next one. That does not do enough damage, but from here on, you just let this thing go. Oh no. I would have let it go and then came in with a Alolan Sand Slash, and then that way you have a shield with energy up for that last Pokemon that wants to come in. And it's a Noctowl, so if you would have kept your shield, you had energy, this matchup would have been so much more cleaner, because now you're forced to take a Shadow Ball, and if they get the 2, that might be threatening. So first Ice Punch coming in, that does some nice damage. Can you farm down or make it to another Ice Punch before they get to the back-to-back Shadow Balls? Let's see. Oh my gosh, they go for Sky Attack. I don't know why this trainer went for Sky Attack, but that's going to be a good game. Well played. So, great battles. Thank you so much for sending them in, Prodigy Reigns. If you haven't already, go check his channel out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. Great content creator, does all sorts of content, gaming content in particular. So, thank you so much for sending your battles in. You did some really nice plays there. Not too much to critique on, which is a really good thing. I mean, just little things here and there, knowing when to swap right away or swap to draw out another opponent's Pokemon. But even if, that could go both ways too, right? You can swap out and they don't bring in the Ninetales, and then you're kind of screwed in the back. So, very well played games. If you guys want to send your own battles into me for me to shoutcast, and I don't have to critique them, but this person specifically asked me to, so this is why I did it like this. But thank you so much for sending in these battles again. I really appreciate that. If you guys are liking the content, please hit that like button. Comment if you want to see anything in future. And there is a link in the description down below if you want to send in your own battles. So be sure to do that. I love doing these shoutcasts. They are so much fun. I appreciate you all. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because we're at 700 and we're going to be doing a nice giveaway soon. So thank you so much, and we'll see you guys in the next video.